Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Demon. Today, I want to start this video off on a good note, but unfortunately, I can't because I was going through the Discord, as I usually do, and the Bounty Rush Discord, and you guys should join if you're not in it yet. And one of the regulars actually admitted to throwing, as in throwing, if you guys don't know, is when you just lose games on purpose. Now, he mentioned that he did this because apparently he wanted to go down in ranks and climb back up, something dumb. And no matter what reasons you have, whether even if it was to get gems or diamonds in this game, throwing in a competitive PvP match or game is disgusting. One of the members did mention that he is worse than a hacker. Now, I kinda agree with that because when you have a hacker in your team, yeah, sure, it's not competitive anymore, but you could win, and the enemies still have a chance. It's unfair, but they still could do it. And hacking is disgusting. If you guys hack, it's disgusting as well. But throwing is just making it impossible for your team to win because you're just not doing anything for the game. You're just making it harder for everyone to win, and intentionally throwing just to get to a lower rank so you could play against weaker players. Why? Don't do that. And if you do that, I think you're disgusting. If you know anyone that does that, please tell them to stop because this is ruining the game for everyone. Just imagine you hop into a game, you're on a nine winning streak, and you lose to a teammate who's not playing anything because you have a teammate who doesn't do anything. It's really disgusting, and I hope people don't do that. Now, he did mention something that I'm actually going to make a video on, where he said he's having more fun now in the lower ranks because in the higher ranks, it's really hard to win, right? It's challenging. So he's having fun, having a more casual experience down there. Now, that's not an excuse to throw your games, right? I'm making a video on why I personally have found more enjoyment in A than in S, but I was in A because I didn't play much, right? You can stay in a lower rank if you just don't play, right? Look at my rank, A plus, right? That's because I ended, for the first time, I ended my season in S, which actually I was really hype about. But that's because I had time to play now that I'm in my summer vacation. So I had time, I was almost in S plus. I just had to win a few more games. Unfortunately, the last day in my last push, I just lost like 4 games in a row, so I just gave up. But I was pretty close to S plus, and I was in S, right? And I will mention a video on why I think it's more fun to be in a lower rank. But if you want to be in a lower rank, just don't play enough. Just don't play a lot. But don't throw games. Never throw games, guys. That's disgusting. And yeah, anyways, I'm sorry. I took up like, I don't know, 20 minutes talking about this. But yeah, I think this is a very important topic. And if you guys have people that you know like that, please tell them to stop. Anyways, I'll do a summon. You guys are here for the summons. So I'll do a summon, go through my gifts from being in the S, whatever. And yeah, okay. So you have two choices, right? You have the choice between summoning for Aokiji or Akainu. So Aokiji here, Akainu here. And now the funny thing is that they have a high chance of appearing here, 1% each, but they're not featured in the other banners. So you have no chance of pulling Akainu in the Aokiji banner. So I'm going to go for Aokiji simply because I need one more Aokiji to get him to 6 to 5 star, sorry, to 5 star. So unfortunately, we're not getting anything, so we'll go through this real quick. Now, my thoughts, should you summon for Kizaru? If you like Kizaru, which a lot of people do, yes, feel free to go for Kizaru. He's not bad. He's actually pretty good from what I see. And I don't know if he's better than Law. I don't think he is. But he has different playstyle than Law. But we'll discuss this after my summons, right? So let's go through it real quick. But in general, he's not. I don't think he's going to break the meta. He's like, I'm tired with all these runners that do so many different things. But I mean, it's cool, right? And we do have a new map, so we'll discuss all of that after this summoning because I spent so much time talking about throwers. But yeah, so we didn't get anything in this one, unfortunately. And again, I'm gonna be making a video soon on why I don't think you should summon on Bounty Fest. But yeah, a quick thing I'll show you guys now is this system. This is the reason I don't think you should summon on Bounty Fest. We don't get guaranteed after 5 multis. What is that? That's fucked up. But I have a video on that, and I just need to edit it, and it's gonna come out. So yeah. Ticket Scout, don't buy this, guys. Don't support this. These, what is it, like $40, $45 for 2 multis, which in theory is not a bad deal, especially since you're guaranteed a Bounty Fest character. You're not guaranteed Kizaru, by the way, so don't summon if you want Kizaru. Don't buy this just for Kizaru. You can get any Bounty Fest character, I think. But yeah, or at least one of these 3. I think it's one of these 3, because they say 1 4-star. No, 1 4-star, so it could be any Bounty Fest character. But yeah, anyways, that was my multi, and let's discuss Kizaru real quick, right? So let's go through his skills. Stats as usual, I don't know if they're good or bad. He gives an attack boost, cool. This one, a mid-range multiple hit area attack, so multiple hit, that's pretty cool. Nullifies stagger for a period of time. Okay, so this is what I don't get. No, sorry, acquires, no, it's not in this one, it's in the other skill. Alright, so, yeah. Okay, acquires knockback effect at level 5. So, if you want to power up Kizaru, this skill needs to be level 5, right? If this skill is very average from looking at it, without a knockback effect. So, I think it gets a knockback only at level 5. So, at level 5, it's a good skill. You deal damage and you push them away. And as a runner, you want to do that, right? To be more annoying. So this skill loses a lot if it's not level 5. Sorry, my phone is being weird. So yeah, let's close. Let's open his second skill. So moves forward, moves towards enemies at long range and attacks. But you cannot use it at the start of the game. So I think it says startup cooldown 7 seconds. So I guess that means that you need to wait 7 seconds before you can use it. Which makes sense, or else you'll just get to the point so fast, right? You just poof, dash into the enemies. But I don't know how, like they say long range, right? So I don't know, this could be very scary. Could be like maybe the range of Lost thing where he switches Law and the other guy. So it could be some range like that. And it deals damage, and it has a pretty hefty cooldown even at level 5, you know, 70 seconds. That's like you can't pull this off 3 times in a game unless you capture flags. We'll see with the traits. So at best you can pull this off 3 times in a game. But it's a really good skill, right? As a runner, you could run away very easily with this. You could come finish off an enemy who's running away with this. So, guys, if you're playing against Kizaru, don't run away. He's not gonna let you run away. Unless you saw him use this skill recently, don't bother running away. He's just gonna kill you. So at least fight it off, deal as much damage as you can, and fight it off. Now, so I was reading his character traits. I was like, those are pretty bad. That being said, these are the character traits. Now his normal traits. So these are just extra. So no matter what this is, as long as it doesn't hurt him, these are just really good, because they're just extra that most characters won't have. So when receiving damage, 15% chance to reduce damage received by 30%. So anytime you receive damage, there's a 15% chance that you'll reduce it by 30%. It's pretty good, you know, just as an extra thing. That's the thing. If it was a normal trait, it's bad, but as an extra thing, it's pretty good. Nullifies stun, so you can't get stunned. So I know the new Usopp, I believe, stuns you when you get into his traps, I think. So yeah, that's already he's green, so he's already going to be good against Usopp. And again, something I feel bad for Usopp, right? He came at such a time where it feels like not many people were hyped to pull for him. And though some people rate him really highly, I've barely seen him in any of my games. Even in S rank, even in S minus, I've not seen him in any of my games. So yeah, it's just like kind of weird. I don't know what's up with him. But yeah, now the fact that we just get a green runner that also nullifies stun, I think that's one of the big things with his trap, is stunning the enemies. I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, it just feels like, you know, just getting someone that's better than Usopp, that's also a counter to Usopp right after Usopp. It just feels bad, you know, especially that not many people have Usopp. So I feel like when I make my tier list video, I'm not going to rank Usopp that highly, unfortunately, especially now that Borsalino's out. Okay, so when receiving damage, 2% to dodge without taking damage, or the complying effect. So anytime you get damage, there's a 2% chance that the damage won't count, or that if they affect poison or something like that, it won't count. So, I mean, 2% is almost nothing, so you're almost always, but it could be clutch, you know, it could let you take one more hit, which is enough to finish off someone. You never know. So this could come in clutch. Again, you know, you never know. It's just extra bonus to his normal traits, which actually are pretty good. When in the area around your enemy's treasure, increase damage dealt by 30%. So when you're in the enemy's thing, you just deal more damage. And when you capture the treasure, reduce the cooldown of skill 2 by 30%. So that's what I'm saying. So if you capture treasures, you can use his skill 2 much faster. So, you know, you keep capturing treasures, potentially 3. You can normally use it twice if you never capture a treasure. But as a runner, you'll capture treasures a lot. So you could potentially use it 3, maybe even 4 times. And if you just spam captures, potentially even 5 times, but that's highly unlikely. Probably not. Actually, probably impossible to get 5 stars. I haven't done the math, but yeah. Point is, really good. When there are 15 seconds or less remaining, resist stagger effects. So I think stagger, this could mean 2 things, and in both cases it's really good. That could either mean that when the opponents stagger you, so when they boop you on the floor, it doesn't work, or that when the opponent's staggered, so when they have that yellow thing around them, you can deal damage to them. So in both cases, it's really good, because nothing's worse than in the last 15 seconds in the final fight, when everyone's like, wow, just brawling it out, and you just get put on the floor because you got hit by a combo, right? And you're on the floor, and now you can't contest, you can't deal damage, now you can't capture the flag, and you lose by 1 second. So it's very unfortunate. But at the same time, it's also annoying that when someone staggers the opponent, and you can't hit him, and he stays on the flag long enough, and you can't capture it after he dies. So in both cases, this is a really good skill. I don't know which one it actually means, so that's actually weird. But they know this is a final fight. You show up with the Kizaru, you go dash into them, you nullify, you resist staggers, and you just help win the last fight. So in Kizaru, in the last fight is your biggest nightmare. And when your allies are not near the treasure where you're at, you increase damage dealt by 20%. So when you're doing your own thing as a runner, yeah, you're just gonna deal more damage. Now, that means that you're gonna deal 30% extra damage for being in their zone. And if you're alone, you're going to deal another 20%. So I don't know if that's taxed to 50% or that's adding 20% to the 30%. But in both cases, that's a lot of damage if you're doing damage dealing runner. So I don't know if he's better than Law. I didn't do the math, but wow. More damage dealing runners. That's what we needed in this game. Fuck this shit. Runners are to such an insane spot. He's the exact opposite of what I think Usopp was. If you guys watch my Usopp video, I mentioned how I think Usopp is a very defensive, say with your defender type of this, but Borsalino is the exact opposite. You're almost throwing the game or feeding. If you're like, there's a fine line between feeding and actually going to capture and killing enemies, but you don't want to start feeding with him. But you also don't want to start playing defensively and throwing and not utilizing all these traits that make you deal so much damage when you're in their zone, right? So make sure you're always fighting in the enemy zones, but also make sure you're not just dying doing that, because if you do that and you just die, then you're throwing or feeding and it's just not good, right? So always make sure that you're with your team, but at the same time, don't be afraid to take out one-on-ones on other green characters or especially blue characters, because you're gonna win with so much damage, especially in their area. So make sure you're very, very aggressive with Kizaru, more aggressive than you would play potentially with Zoro and Law. I don't know, but maybe not as Law, but definitely very aggressive playstyle with this Kizaru. So yeah, you definitely want to watch out, especially if you guys are defending. Watch out, guys. If you were playing as a blue character, watch out. That being said, you know, there's always that thread annoying Zoro. Always there, you know, to just floof, 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 floof everyone out of the way. So green are not in such an amazing spot because that Zoro is just gonna one-shot everything. God bless his... Fuck Zoro, man. That Zoro one-shot me so many times. I can't. But yeah, anyways, oh. Wow. Okay, well that was... I got lucky. It's prolonging in a bit before this. So yeah, anyways, let's look at my... Let's look at my rewards. Right, so I bought these from the exchange. 5 gems. Okay, 10 gems for the last day of the month login. Okay, so see, you ranked S. So I got 13 gems. Wow, actually pretty cool. 30 of these for ranking in S. Nice. 1,500 of these for the bonus rush. Okay, so I got 1 Moria material. So yeah, now I have him at now I have 3, so I can craft my first one of these. The golden traits, these are amazing, and I think this is defense or HP, so that's nice. 12 of these, pretty cool, and for being in an alliance with more than 2 members, I got 3,000. So, you know, very nice rewards, very nice rewards. Now let's go through the news. Jeez, this video is really long. This video is actually really long, so I'm sorry, guys, but there's a lot to cover, a lot to cover, and I made sure the summoning videos, the end summoning part got over quickly because that wasn't really entertaining. So yeah, we got a new map. Which is actually pretty cool. I didn't get to play on it yet, but it's actually pretty cool. From the design, I love the design. I love the looks. Now we'll have to see if it feels and plays well. Because Drum Island, when I first saw it, I was amazed. But I hate playing on that map, especially with Moria, because his skills go in a straight line, so you just miss with the mountains and shit. Ah, that map, Drum Island. Ah. So DLC maps haven't been amazing because they lack the simplicity and the fun of the OG maps. But yeah, anyways, they're not bad. So we got the new banner here. We got make sure you max out. These two medals probably work well together, and they definitely probably work well with the admirals and Kizaru and shit like that. So yeah, power them up, work on them. There's also, I think, beginner, yeah, if you're there's a one-time deal where you can get 50 gems for the price of 30, so not bad, but again, I'm not gonna do that. If you were in an alliance with at least 2 people, you got 3000 AXP orbs. They fixed some technical issues, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think that's it. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing out on, but yeah. Let's claim my things for today. I'm unfortunate that I woke up late. Dude, someone literally is just using my number for their bank account, and I'm getting weird notifications for what they're buying, and it's just annoying. I might have to block that number or message them telling them it's the wrong person. But yeah, okay, let's buy the crocodile because I got him from the rookie missions. The rookie missions were easy, guys. If you've been playing this game for a while, you probably cleared all of the things before that. But yeah, so I got 2 crocodiles. So I got my crocodile to almost level 90. I had because of the shards and shit. So he's out here at level 90. He's 89 now. But yeah, I still prefer Moria at level 85 over level 90 croc. But I'm trying to get him to level 100 because, as we all know, crocodile is also annoying. Yeah. Damn, this video is long. And I mean, yeah, talked about a lot. So that's in my defense. We did talk about a lot of things. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.